Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ISMA world. The attendance today for the second in our series of webinars, is really truly amazing because we have delegates already logged in from 4 continents. And whilst I think the total number of logins is sitting at 68, I know that several of those venues actually have multiple attendees. And so we can safely assume we actually have in excess of 100 delegates from all around the world waiting eagerly to listen to Yamamoto-san and his presentation. As most of you are aware, this is the second of our series of webinars. We sincerely believe that this could become a permanent event. So we're very much looking to the presentation today. But just for interest, if we could go back to that slide, Manuel. Okay, we have attendance from Canada, China, the Czech Republic, Finland, France, Germany, India, Italy, Japan, Portugal, Slovenia, my home country, South Africa, Switzerland, the UK, the USA, and I'm informed that we also have two additional countries logged in from Mexico and Indonesia. This is really, truly amazing. And I'm really looking to permatize this sort of gathering because it's really spreading the ISMA world message all around the globe. Okay, so as I said, this is the second of our series of webinars. This one will be followed by the GF group on the 28th of April, and then the global partner Clarita, who will be presenting on the 23rd of June. But really, you guys don't want to hear too much from me, so I'm going to pass you over to our good friend and colleague, Yamamoto-san. But before I do so, please remember, if you have questions, use the question and answer button. Just type your note, your question. At the end of the session, our secretariat, Manuel Oliveira, will be chairing a question and answer session where we will do our best to either help you or confuse you. Okay, over to you, Yamamoto-san. Good luck.
Okay. Hello. Good evening. I'm now participating in from Japan. So now 11 o'clock of night. So just I will start my presentation. Okay, ちょっと待って。You can see my screen?
Yes.
ちょっと待ってね。Wait.
Very clear.
Yeah, okay, just wait. I have to do, okay, my presentation. Now change slide. Okay, you can see a slide mode, I think. Okay, and when I proposed to this webinar about maybe 2 months ago, and I decided type subjects, how COVID affected the world industry and how it will adapt over it. Since about this month, as you know, we have lots of the problems in Europe over COVID. So quickly, situation is quickly changing. So, and this is, okay, this is me, introduction. I'm an employee of Makino, Japan, and working about over 30 years. And I'm basically salesman for machine tool of machine tool salesman for historically US, also Europe. I worked for supported in the India many times, and visiting many countries for support our local salesmen. This is my functions.
Mr. Yamamoto, sorry to interrupt you. Is it possible to put in full screen?
Oh, full screen? Okay. Okay, ちょっと待ってね。Maybe you sharing different one か。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。I am not sure how share not full screen か。How do
Maybe we are working with two screens and this is the problem.
Yeah. So,
We're seeing the presenter's screen.
Yeah.
okay. ちょっと待って。How do I do?
Maybe we have to stop it, the presentation, and turn on again.
Okay. ちょっと待ち。ストップ。And reopen. Still. Okay, ちょっと待って。I'm sorry.これか。This is okay? How? It works?
Yes,
Yes.
it works. Now it's okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sorry, but I am not so accustomed to that. Okay. And this is my. Okay. I have to explain at least. Makino is machine tool company, globally working. We have about 450, 100 employee and about 1,000 million US dollar sales. And we are mainly office and factory is Japan and design. We have a subsidiary in Singapore, US, Europe. Okay. Our Makino target markets, mainly, not mainly, actually, lots of die-and mold, the parts like this. Also, we have a production, like a parts production for automotive, aerospace. Actually, aerospace was very large for us, especially for these large the structure parts. And now these structure parts is quiet now. But also now we have engine parts. We are very strong, this business. And also lots of IT related, like cell phones, like iPhones or Huawei, or these things is very strong. And maybe you know some of customers, IT customers, EMS, Foxconn. It is one of our very good customer who has more than 2,000 Makino machines. Also now growing market is like a medical. This is like for artificial bones, or like even though artificial valve for heart, like, or some other is more for special micro need, like micro need. Okay, product lineup, we have many machining centers, EDM, sinker and wire, and even we have some CAM system for supporting, for programming, for better cutting applications. And we sell a lot of automation for even for many die-and mold customers. Okay. In the back to history of board technologies, Europe is quite leading the countries. And also Japanese is acting and supporting to Asian area. But this 20 years, both area is quite overlapped and the situation is like here. So easy to understand everyone is like a US is highly influenced from Europe, of course, histories. And also now Japanese, like us, is technology with supporting US diamond industries. So it is crossover. And now more, every all over the world, it's unified. And that is what we are current situation. Okay. But I am from Japan. So, and our company is from Asia, Japan, Asia, also US, but US, Europe. But where this type of sales spread it out. Now for us, Asia is large. And especially this maybe 15 years, Asia portion is growing, even larger than our Japanese domestic markets. That is came from China. Really, China is the biggest market for Makino. And next is maybe like a US. Unfortunately, we are not so good at Europe yet. Okay. So main theme, how COVID affected diamond industry. For my intention of this webinar, I would like to give you some from Far East, the feeling from Far East. Many viewer is from Europe, and I think so that slightly different. We are locating, we say, Far East, opposite side of, compared to Europe, we are opposite side of Russia. So, okay. To think about like a situation of just maybe 4 or 5 years ago, this data is from Istema country book to comparing the how much production, actually dollar, I think, base to increase compared to 2008 and 2008, 10 years, how mold industry was changed. So that if you see, so who grow? Definitely China. And also Korea. So Korean Mold Builders Association is quite strong and they're working and they are putting lots of efforts for exporting that mold and die along with their Korean automotive or cell phone like a Samsung type of industries. US is reasonable growing, but as you can see, Japan and Germany is not so growing. So this is very, maybe one shot, you can find out who becoming stronger, pressuring the markets. So this is statistic proving the general impressions. So one thing is, okay, Portuguese is also growing, export definitely. Cephamo is working very hard, like today's Olympiads. And also you can see Turkey is very growing. Yeah, even after Corona, maybe the separation in the world, I think Turkey is alternative outsourced country from China for Europe. That is what my feels. Okay. This is what Corona bring us. Definitely, we cannot meet. We cannot physically meet. Even we cannot work together because of social distance. Maybe we have little bit work separately. And if someone becomes sick, quarantine, and so this affecting as a result, no travel, especially overseas, and logistically, the sometimes prohibited to meeting or passing to the goods to the others, or maybe truckers has passing their disease to the other country. Sometimes this blockage. So that's also like a quarantine providing sometimes shortage of labors. That is maybe you now still you can have these problems. So especially what we cannot meet for salespeople or sellings or the discussion with your customer, this makes a big problems. So, and then now more energy crisis, oil, gas, electric, and that makes material price increase, and more problems is coming up these days. And still, this infections is now becoming better, but no one knows how it will be future. Or we have to prepare the next new disease. Okay, so and now more problem Ukraine involved. Okay, so first, when we start have a COVID, our industry is contributed to society very much. And many dialogue company is voluntarily contributed. Some people is supporting like a ventilator in production increase project, or many people is making own face shield and contributing to local society. In that, all more builder, and these people is try to contribute to society. It was kind of respected things, and I think many people has a very good image for us. And after that, so first, the economic situations. What's my, this is kind of no statistics, and we have some Makino sales feeding type of idea, and or reading newspaper first time, because of shutting off their society, economy was going down, and that maybe second quarter starting coming back again. Exceptionally, China was maybe, I say, 2.5 years faster, because the problem COVID is start earlier, so they work hard and try to be minimize control. So they are coming back earlier than any others. That times, all other continents was still very close, so that they will take advantage of the increased productions, that kind of things. And next, after that, we starting like a chip shortage from middle of 2020, and it's starting for sometimes the cell phone or IT industries, but it's affecting growing extended to automotive industries 2021 and still going on. And what we see is, so because of breakage of the logistic issues, container shells, as you see, like a last Christmas season, we can see a lots of problem of shipping issues. And also, along with that, energy crisis, starting ups, and material price going up. And now, much more screwed up. But generally, since for me, my information from the US economy is so large, and business of US is 2021 from the beginning. It's becoming much better and coming back normal. And for diamond industries, is also becoming improved or even more better. Because this is kind of the forecast of new models will be released into the market. So before or this 10 years, 20 years, average 40 model was released in United States. But now we have more for next 3 years, for 1 times more new models will be released. Mostly, as you know, everyone knows, our biggest customer is automotives. In Japan, so nearly 80% of mold shipment go to automotive industry. Maybe United States is similar. Maybe Europe is, I think, similar. I think Portuguese is 90% or something like that, I remember. Maybe only exceptional is China. China seems to be about 50–60% for automotive, because they have huge, large IT industries like a cell phone business or everything. So, so this provides their business in United States, diamond mold business in United States is quite good situations. And maybe next 2–3 years, expected to stay on very busy. And other things, and in that, because of ecology issues, like especially like Europe, battery car, EV is becoming popular. And now it's the time of changing the time between conventional ICE so engines to EV or hybrid. So maybe Europe is going to EV. I'm not sure now because of so many energy problem or where you will get electricity, what is really good. So I'm not sure the future, maybe politics may change. That is, we think. But because of this changing over, our OEM, automotive OEMs have to develop conventional or EV or hybrid simultaneously. That is putting more development, means models of engines is more. Yeah, this means actually I maybe And the one time said because of EV come, parts number of component number of EV is 50% of the conventional automotives. But at least this changing over, they will develop more different type of powertrain that generate more consumption of die and mold, like casting, die casting die, or type of idea. So that makes this industry has kind of spike. Even everyone says edge will be gone, but the suppliers of these, the mold for these parts, powertrain, is even engine was gone, or maybe will be parts become 50%. At least now they are quite busy. So this is different from the newspaper articles. That is what we see. And also, generally, like for Makino is very strong for plastics. So plastic injection machine shipment is up. So normally this means using number of mold will be up in future. So that's the industry, the mold, die and mold business maybe will be at least up. Very much or slightly, I'm not sure, but maybe it is a positive sign. Okay. Even these complicated social situations, but at least we can see many acquisition and merge of mold and die makers. So this is some of examples. Okay, like some of this MGS is number like 40, 80 million shipment type of company is acquire the European mold maker. Okay, like Cavalier, Brian is taking over 2-3 company to increase his capacity and capability. And also this is Arkel is one of the largest maybe US die builder, aluminum die cast die makers, as he also do plastics. Also acquired another company who become bankrupt, Mangas, is taking over and enforce their capability. Also, maybe some of who working for large automotive plastic, former concourse was taken over by investors. These investors collecting good company of mold maker and increase their capacities or market share. Concourse, Active, and Excel, these investors. Okay, this means actually in United States, at least in United States, investors, private equity has the mold making industry is profitable. So they feel very positive. So they investing to mold making and molding industry a lot. Okay, what these large companies or they want to become larger? Originally, they have like, of course, they have 10 to 30% and outsourcing, in-house molding. But now they are actually they more select where they do in-house. Means they concentrate working more high profit components in-house or special processes, and with invest of large money because their sales is large, they can invest money for large and make very specialized high efficiency process with automation, with low cost running cost, and high utilization of machineries, uptime to that. So these many companies sometimes doing, if they have a very busy, they're using to outsourcing, and they are not so much time to, even the seasonal they are moving, not so busy time, they do take back their outsourcing in-house to keep up high utilization of machines and employees and making big profit. So they are using for outsourcing for buffer. So they are very giants they can control the outsourcing small companies, makes more profitable for their operations. So some also others. So like this is also investors, shapers. This is also one of the largest plastic mold groups who has factory UK, France, Poland, India, China. This company was taken over by I think Belgium, UK investors. Also, some of like especially medical or certain molders is taking over mold maker to making in-house mold thing, mold making capability. So investors have finding mold making industry has value and chance of growth. That is these proof of their activities or investing portfolio. Okay. Sorry, this is Japanese. Even in Japan, this acquisition or merge acquisition is not so popular in Japan. But even in Japan, starting, but that is automotive tier 1 company is taking over good middle-sized mold shop, enforce their product development or improve quality. So this is a new trend. So at least in Japan, many tier 1, 2 for plastics or dyes, or tier 1, tier 2 automotive industry, they are just sourcing all more from outside, from mold maker. But now they understand the mold is very important or need more quick action for product development to meet OEM's request. They're starting to buy the capable people. This means it is maybe value of mold maker becoming also, I hope, starting to increase. Or just Japanese automotive waked up the real values. Okay, just about half. So just break for your reference. Oh,
just how far does WeatherTech?
Wait. Okay, this is our customer who has several Makino 5-axis machines. For the なんか、we are supplier for rubber mat for car. Actually, this owner is like mold very much. So their product is like this rubber floor mats for rubber mat. Actually, they sponsoring to like a Super Bowl football game CM for their product. Actually, this is so the 100 million viewers, maybe you have heard Super Bowls. It's very powerful. Their commercial time is very expensive. 6 million US dollar only for 30 seconds. They pay this much. This company he likes. So this is their commercial.
Just how far does WeatherTech go to protect your vehicle? I'm on it. WeatherTech, made right in America.
This is, okay, maybe I have 4 questions. This is unique because you can see mold, machining, molding, and they say how much they quickly adapting or providing product to consumers capability. So
Just how far does WeatherTech
it is
go to
kind
protect
of
your
American.
vehicle? I'm on it. WeatherTech, made right in America.
This is actually I never see this type of TV commercial, and mold is kind of showing in commercial. So this is kind of unique. So I want to share with like our people. Okay. So because of this corona, what we can see problems, logistics impact. What is that? What is the largest? This is I made 2018. Okay. What's the impacted things in ball making, like IT technology, CAD CAM, computer, also internet. Also, customers and market are quite globalized. And also global logistics. The buying from heavy mold from overseas is become much cheaper. Or even for exporting is quite. So this is what's the so 4 years ago, one container from Asia to Europe or is about 1,400 euro. But it was no more from these 2 years, completely changed. Okay, this is statistics of container price. So this from 2 years, it's becoming 4 times higher. So now one container is like this price from yellow is Shanghai to Rotterdam, Europe. This is another one, Shanghai to Los Angeles, US, West Coast. And as maybe you have heard, many container ships waiting offshore to waiting their port will be available. So it is quite difficult to control the delivery. Sometimes wait 1 month more, or you can find out very difficult to container. So it's quite difficult to exporting to things. as you know, our product mode is very key for new products. Must be in time. You always chase by delivery as short as possible, punctually delivery with 100% quality. So the unknown delivery or transportation logistic schedule is unknown is quite very risky issues for OEMs. Even now, price of shipping cost is so high. And from Mr. Putin. So it's unreasonable. So also you hear hard, many automotive builders affected because of lack of production of like Ukraine and not close or stop productions. And even that more things is these days, like even in Canada and the United States, they have logistic problems or breakage or is in between Canada-US borders. Not only actually people, also truck takes or clearing the customs takes 2 weeks, sometimes that even Norway is 3 hours from Canada to Windsor to Detroit, 3 hours, but sometimes 1 week. It is happened. Even now, I think from the some one thing is, many Chinese products was exported to Europe, of course, by vessel. But now very difficult and so high. So now railway, there are lots of containers moved from China to Europe, even from Japan to China to Europe. It was unknown now. So this is also additionally putting on more unstable logistics issue more, not only price, but also. But also that is happening. Also, another thing, the global of customers and the markets, global strategy OEM is global ultimate. That's what everyone knows and try to be adapted. And for this is a proof of statistic. This is a Japanese export-import data for Diane Mall. As I said, okay, I say 80%. Japanese mold makers, customers shipment is 70% odd. Nearly odd is very large. Even electronics 2.5%. Now we have dominating Sony or Panasonic, but it was history. No more. It's moving to everything moving to China and Korea. So we highly rely on automotive. So actually, if you see the mold export import, okay, if you see, it is this is the same place our Japanese OEM has factory, US large, also Chinese factory for exporting, Mexico, and Thailand. So this is kind of the orders. But and also that time we see import that now China, Korea import, it's very reasonable, imaginable. Now we have starting to see Thai, import from Thai. This is actually Thai mold industry is 70-60% is Japanese mold maker, die makers subsidiaries. Means Japanese automotive industry is starting themselves importing from outside, from using Thai. Also maybe Thai quality becoming improved. This is a proof. So this is, I'm surprised about 3 months ago. The new Toyotas, the 100% EV new models, this model will be starting to selling and after summer, this summer of Japan. Their die came from Turkey to Japan now, even Toyota. This is the reality of what real Japanese OEMs doing. And also, but at the same time, listen to logistic issue. Many company has hamlet of sharing, buying, making, sourcing in your country or outsourcing from overseas. So this is the statistics of US. So many people restarting. I'm not sure it will be continue or not. So it is happening. Also, another issue is we have these days have technology, new technology impacting our industries. Easiest one to understand. Maybe many people know Tesla gigacasting. This is previously 70 parts for sheet metal was welded and assembled with get into one big die cast die. Recently, I participated in some of stamping industries society meeting. They are very afraid to small or middle class small stamping dies who is not visible parts, not like a forming die. Maybe they will lose lots of jobs in future. So this technology, like a gigacasting technology, is affecting the demand of mold straightly. Even so, this is happening, we see many more large parts. And this is, we can see these things. Yeah. So reducing access, they are starting large parts like a gigacasting idea. Maybe you maybe already forgot. Sometime Chrysler tried pet these things, one more. Or even now, so front wheel, some of front wheel become larger because no more radiator or small doors light. So that mold become larger or deeper. As it is that, even in the China, they're starting to make CFR truck bed, one piece. So this is basis, silver basis. This is this company is owner is Chinese Motor Builders Association's chairman. So these things, so these becoming larger, may your facility is, your machine is enough large, or maybe your crane is enough. The gigacastings, this is 50 ton total, 50 to 60 ton. Now more larger. So how, do you have a factory? So these technology impacting gigacasting large piece, reducing assembly cost. Also in Japan, now we are highly told from OEM carbon neutral for more. Carbon new energy. So material changes is starting. Easily, many people is steel to aluminum to reduce weight or aluminum plastic. But sometimes some difference in starting in Japan, some area. This is bidirectional, that is intentionally I put on. Because of aluminum die casting using lots of electricity. So they want to be changed into stamping. Replace die casting parts in kind of high complicated shaped stamping. So these kind of is things. Also, now some of mold maker is starting to requesting saving materials because of save material cost. So this is reduce material. That means reduce energy. So Japanese OEM has high pressure of targeting to carbon neutral. This is what we can from our customers. This is one you can see the Toyota's environmental challenge. They clearly mention CO2 emission zero, and they are asking their suppliers, what's you can do for him, Toyota. So SDGs is good for us. As you can see, Diane Moore is, as you know, Diane Moore is tools for mass production. So mass production must need tool. So we are connecting product design, molding machine, molding technology, material technology, injection machine. We are in center to make parts. This mold is define cost, quality, and deviation. So we control, we are core of mass production. So this is people starting to aware. And also we say SDG, it was in Japan said, okay, what we can do for SDGs? We say reduce, reuse, recycle. Maybe instantly we understand reduce. We can trade routes. Reuse, I cannot imagine. Also, okay, recycle. Okay, recycle required more recycled difficult material can be molded. So, or maybe good product design to easy separating plastic parts or different kinds of parts into what. So we are the center of this type of things. So like we already there, everyone you can see in Europe too, like a more high recycle rates for packaging. That is, but we, without mold industry, we cannot, they cannot make these products. So we have our value for contributing molding is becoming more. And the employee issues, even though bad time, everyone continuously recruiting, never stop. Same in any countries. So we can see LinkedIn, it's quite everyone's hiring. Okay, so this lack of people, instant image, lack of people, okay, this going to automation. But automation, no operator, okay, problem will be solved. But it's not right. Actually, we need the people to run this sophisticated automation people. That means quality people. Okay, local quality people means, of course, we need good CAD/CAM designer programmer, of course, machine operator, also traditional like a polisher or assembler. Even next generation, management, we need very capable guy. Quality people, we need quality people. This is very important. Along with Makino business, who really lacking people? Of course, Europe, US, and next, China. Actually, Japan is not so comparative. Yeah, China is more. Why? What's happening in China? This is Chinese population pyramid, ages and how many. As you can see, they starting not so much lacking young people because their original one-child rule. Even one child, these younger, like 20, 30 or 20 people, years old guys, they are already one children in there. They are king in their family. So that these people impatient and frequently job change, even every week. That means they cannot accumulate their skills. For their above generation is 10 years, okay, they have a good experience. And their modern industry, Chinese modern industry is growth, so their people is required, quality people, their quality. Okay, they starting to contractor to selling their capability, like a 2 years contract. But in this case, more moving, so that sometimes very difficult to further more accumulating their skills. So this is happening. So, and even though those situations, many papa mama shop we say is closed, factory was closed, and they starting moving large company. So Chinese mold makers number is decreasing every year, becoming larger people buying people with money. And small company to papa mama factory is closing and moving to work for large company. So if you see these things for globally, this is interesting. Who is less younger employees? So because of maybe 10 years, how do you find new employees? How enforce your smart programming or operators, these people? So you can see, you can guess. Even Portugal, you have less people. So your choice, you find out more automations or efficiency up. Maybe India, Mexico, and like Turkey, they are growing very quickly these days. They have lots of young employees. So this is underrated. So this is, Europe, the actual working portion. So now we are here, you are there, and gradually more growing. So the employee issue, recruiting issue is very important. So you can see like automation, some of our Indian customers or China's, or this is China. Okay, what is for? People normally think automation is for max utilization. It's not like, actually, real meaning maximum utilization quality people. Why? You can buy machine, but very difficult to buy people. So buying machine is easier. So maybe that things. People is important. So many still program human intensive process is after machining, polishing, and assembly. So how machine can contribute, improve, efficiency of assembly. Okay, accuracy. That means every part is same dimension as is CAM system, CAD systems. So you don't need to adjustment, or even though less error is you can eliminate recutting. So accuracy is indirectly contribute of human intensive operation after machining. Polishing also same, consistent, better surface, and no gouge, no scratches. So can improve oxidation. Okay, I have to fast up. Okay, we have some, this is some of commercial, sorry, I don't want to do. But we have some software to improve surface quality automatically like this. Or maybe we can provide a high accuracy, providing using to CVD tool to for eliminating polishing. This need a very high stable machine stability. Or we can have more mirror type finishing, eliminating finishing only from machining. So Makino's target is maximizing employee in the scale, not to, of course, productivity, but actually we are focusing on employee maximizing Makino technology scales and creativity of employees. That was our concept of machines. And nearly end, sorry. Okay. I recently surveying website, we see even in some developing emerging developing country, we have starting more make. I found out recently Ghana, they are making molds. Also surprising, we have like several mold maker in UAE, in desert. That is my image is oil, but there we have already, even the Husky has office in there for molding. Molding need mold maintenance. So they have these stats. Okay, so fat iron mold is part tools. Really value is mass production for specials. Nothing more, nothing less. So what iron mold industry? Actually, we are not hardware manufacturer. We are support industry of mass production and molding. That is design, actually manufacturing mold and die, and supporting maintenance for running molding of tools, even though modifications. This is value of mold making, mold maker. Plus, it is very creative. So we have lots of mechanisms or idea was integrated into mold and die to better quality. So it's very creative and fun business. Okay. So I observe how is the actually mold industry was. 20th century mass production country is advanced country. These country is using mold. And these mold making mass production and product will be exported with that. Use the high-tech mold technology, what they develop in their country. But 21st century, mass production countries is big mass production country is Asia, India, China, maybe some Brazil. These for that, they produce also and consume. Produce in their country and consume in there. So they need to afford a price or cost so that more technology also must be very affordable. But this was until just beginning. Now, maybe mass production for local consumption, local production for local consumption now. They produce mass product and they make there. Even the supported by risk of global logistic issues. So now, many countries, we are really making more fast is not so customers not to pay attention, but need local support. So how do you provide the customer with reasonable price and continual support? Minimize lifetime mode cost. So that makes the sourcing of mode was quite changed comparing these 2 to 3 years. Okay, that is my presentation. Thank you. Yep.
Thank you very much, Yamamoto-san. That was very interesting, and I'm sure the members all around the world found it the same. I'd now like to pass back to our hardworking Secretary General, Manuel Oliveira, who's going to chair a session of question and answers.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. And maybe I will start with you, with your comments to this session. Up to now, we still don't have any questions or comments from our audience. So, Bob, can you give us your idea of the subjects that Mr. Yamamoto introduced during this session?
Yeah, I think the topics covered were very comprehensive and very detailed. But the overriding message that I receive is one of reaction times, and I'd like Mr. Yamamoto-san to actually comment on that. You know, I got a hard impression that, you know, the future depends, or the success of companies is going to revolve around their ability to react fast, expeditiously to customers' requests and respond quickly.
Yes, exactly. So even you can hear every world we are trying to improve your IT capability, this type of Zoom meeting with customer, even the tryout by remote, even Makino machines also doing that. So actually this is making more cross communicating pre-stage or some of stage. So more, before everyone have to go abroad or sending parts very quickly and taking time. So that was overcome by the IT technology act and improve quality of job or communication quality level in even more. Everyone, even old guys is finding, okay, these IT technology makes easy to communicate. No necessity, maybe you need at one time, not 3 times going to 4 hours air flight or something. So it's amazing. And this is waking up our customers and also ourselves. That's what I see in the world. Yeah, so this is very important, quickness.
So
Yeah,
I have already some questions from the audience. I have a first question saying, with so many larger companies purchasing smaller operations, how will the industry manage?
Industry manage. Always competitions. So like large people want to dominating or try to manage the industries. This is typical, like Putin-san. So we can complain, but never. But now, at least middle size of company is very difficult. You can become a small enough to enough job to become profitable to very working hard for local customers or big OEM or tier job.
So another question is from Aniruddha Upadhyay, from our colleague from GF Machining Solutions. Do you see the increase in investment from Japan companies like ASB in India, and how India is viewed in Japan mold industry, as a partner or as supplier?
Now partner, because of their imports a lot, they need to increase capacity. So that's the thing. But on the other hand, some of many Indian OEMs or tier one, like Mothersons or like a Tata auto component or something like that. They are doing very starting to exporting, try to even exporting the mold. Already you see many European small, medium-sized tier one to tier two machine, tier two component company was taken over by Indians. So now, but we can become a competitor future soon.
So another question is from Helena Silva from Portugal. In your opinion, will small mold shops disappear in the future? Will this industry be for the biggest companies only?
No. Even larger company do everything by themselves. So maybe like I showed, like maybe 70% is in-house, but 30%, 40% outsource. What they are going to outsource? Okay, cheaper or something unique, specialties parts. So you have some points to survive. Technology, what technology, many meaning of technology, or cost? Cost, you can make cheaper is some strengths. Cheaper cannot make easy. You have to save something or work more efficient. So you have some good efficiency than larger people. So that is my answer. So you can find space. What space? You have to find by yourself.
Another question coming from Portugal, Ana Vieira. What would be your advice to family-run businesses, considering the strong and growing trend of investors, acquisitions, merge in the tooling industry worldwide?
Basically, family business is strong. But so if you say small desk, yes, family business, maybe. But it is very extraordinary. But maybe if you can control normally maximum 100 people or something. So, but I see some figures of saying maybe company who is around 50 people, is difficult, or 50 to 100 is very difficult because you starting have middle managers. It's adding cost and less communication start. So you have nice systems, but still you have a middle manager adding cost. So very difficult this is a kind of steep hill, like a 50 to 100 employee more making company, very difficult.
Mhm.
Yep.
So another question now from Ria Davidson. With so many young people needing and wanting to enter in the industry, automation and education as ever more critical. How can smaller organizations transition to automation?
Say again, what real,
With so many
last
young
part,
people
Yeah.
needing or wanting to enter in the industry, automation and education as ever more critical. How can smaller organizations transition to automation?
Oh, yeah. Actually, we can see many small shop has automations. One operator run 2, 3 machines simultaneous. For example, like in our companies, we selling EDM. EDM need electrode, or electrode came from graphite, or maybe wire cuts, or milling. So the best EDM guy condition best electrode. So these people, 2, 3 machine is their different process is operated one. Okay, I saw one people has run 1 million, one EDM, one cut, one wire cut for EDM type of thing. So this is an example. And some machine was need automation because he's so busy. He take off 3 machines, not big. It's like not robot, I mean work settings, your Elova robot type of idea. Yeah.
So a question from Roger Onions that is coming from UK. What do you think we can learn from the consumer industry? Today we can order an item on the internet and it can be delivered the next day, which would have been impossible a few years ago. Can the tooling industry learn anything from this?
Yes, I think so. Now some of kind of how do I say it? It's like Amazon. Even mold maker has many different components, type of things. So you can maybe specify the quick response to delivery your customer a type of special components type of things. So this is very required. More closely connected, immediate delivery to meet just in time, working together as a group and maximizing efficiency. That is what we can see. Like example is, I think Portugal, nothing systematically, but they already naturally doing, I think. That is what I see. In China, also we see this type of things. Some like Canada, also in the Windsor area only, they starting to this. That is, as I said, big company, 70%, 60% in-house, listed, subcontracting, and specializing. Small area, communicating, helping people, very work efficiently, quick.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yamamoto. I have no further questions coming from the audience. So Bob, up to you. And to close the session, we are right on time.
Okay, thank you very much, Manuel. I think that was a tremendous session, and we're definitely setting a high standard for the global partners to follow. And I hope all the delegates around the world enjoyed it as much. I think I have to end off by expressing my sincere thanks for those who had to get up early and for those who have stayed up late. It's very convenient for us who are sitting in the middle of Europe because we have the best of both. But with those words, let me thank you all for your participation. I think ISMA World is starting to come out again. And on a personal note, as some of you may be aware, I'm in Europe on a combination business and family visit, and it's fantastic to be out in the world again. It's really marvelous. You know, I encourage everybody. We have to live with this damn virus, so let's just get on with it. Okay, anything from you, Manuel? Otherwise, we're going to call the meeting to a close.
No, just a special thanks to Mr. Yamamoto to be wake up until late time to make this introduction to us and a very interesting presentation about the tooling industry worldwide and the trends for the future. So thank you so much for being with us.
Okay, well, with those words, let me wish you well. I hope that I'll be meeting some of you at the end of next week at the ISMA Europe meeting in Portugal. If not, back online on April the 28th when we're going to listen to the George Fisher Group. Wishing you well and signing off. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.